This is why commercials cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, chat, to make. That's a lot of money for s'mores. This is crazy.
There's a bustling operation behind the fancy cameras of food commercials. It takes dozens of people and a few customized robots to make a burger look this juicy.
Oh, nothing here is simple. As far as the work we do, it's incredibly complex, very technical.
Steve Geralt has filmed commercials for big brands like Hershey's, Heinz, and Pepsi through his production company, The Garage. And there's a lot of money on the line. Filming one 30-second ad can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're working against
hundreds of thousands. I feel like that's kind of like a lie, bro. We might just be lying for tax purposes or something. That shit don't make sense. 30 seconds, $100,000. I've seen someone on TikTok make that shit in their garage, and they went stupid crazy. I don't believe this, bro.
Because they use real food, which doesn't stay pretty for long.
That's the misnomer about everything. Faking makes things harder.
We visited Steve's studio in Brooklyn, New York, to see how his team films the perfect burger. Today, Steve and his team are working on a test shoot for Burger King. They'll use it to try and land the client.
Ew.
Yeah, good.
Brett Kurzweil is a veteran food stylist. It's his
trained in film photography, and it honestly is so time-consuming and complex.
job to make the burger look like a Whopper.
Later,
he
scary
usually has a
assassin.
budget of a couple $1,000s, and he always buys a lot more than he'll use, so he can pick out the perfect-looking bun, patty, and veggies. Then he gets to work, but he doesn't cook the meat all the way through.
Because I didn't want it to shrink too much. I wanted to get as much volume out of this piece of meat as I could get.
Even perfect patties need final touches, so he uses a colorant made of gravy darkener and soap to add a charred look. He only has to paint half the burger because the camera films from just one side. A mixture of Vaseline and pulverized meat helps fill in any holes. And those grill marks? Another trick of the trade. Brett heats up metal skewers and then...
I just pushed into the burger with the hot metal and it seared.
Next, he melts the cheese using a clothes steamer.
How did you change it to make it burger?
I just said, you're for food. But I'm trying to control how much comes out, so I've covered up some of the holes.
He cuts the onions and tomatoes on a slant, so they lie flatter.
I think you would have been a really good surgeon in another life.
He's kind of going crazy, bro.
My mother would have been happier.
Some other tricks? Denture cream to hold up ingredients.
For condensation on cans, we'll use glycerin.
That motherfucker was making a Burger King commercial. That's why they just be lying all the fucking time. I just had a Burger King burger. The fucking onions and pickles were segregated, bro. Why were they fucking separated? The onions even look like this. None of this look like this.
Some other tricks? Denture cream to hold up ingredients.
For condensation on cans, we'll use glycerin.
Yeah, not that much. Too far.
While Brett finishes up, Steve's team is making sure everything is ready on set. The trickiest part is combining what the client wants in the commercial with what's technologically possible.
They have no idea about engineering. Yeah, they're just like, robots are cool. We want a robot.
But since today he's working on a test shoot, he just has to implement his own vision.
I'll be one of those people that wears the protection.
Whoa.
Then he turns to master rigger Matthew Huber. He says half the time he has to build the rigs completely from scratch.
Wait, this is actually
They
crazy.
provide the structure for the specialized equipment that makes food dance across the screen. His work goes hand in hand with the robots.
Look at that.
The robot obviously is a hugely complicated and expensive thing that's used for a lot of what we do. But if you only just need a straight
Now that looked like a Burger King burger right there for sure. For sure. That looked like shit behind me. Yup.
line movement, pulling back, it's easier to set up a simple machine that just does a single type of movement.
Like these air pistons he uses to launch food. Or these catapults. To save on buying new parts, he uses a lot of the same base pieces.
It's like Legos, you just put stuff together, take it apart, do something different with it the next time.
This is actually
so
cool.
we've used like a lot of these pieces probably like hundreds of times.
Meanwhile, Paula Andreas Ramirez is finalizing the set, from the tables to the ketchup bottles off to the side.
I want it to feel real. So if it's blank, it won't feel like it's a real commercial kitchen.
Every inch visible to the camera matters.
Holy
so Paolo's
shit.
team built this tile wall just for this shoot.
I mean, bro, a green screen will work and a little picture or something. I'll cut mad corners, chat. What? Someone give me 100K. I'm gonna save every penny. I'm gonna use like $30 on this commercial.
But they said it still felt empty.
Ew.
So we just added these 2 floating shelves up there. We planned for something, and then we just have to be ready for the unexpected.
Her typical
Her hair
props
look
budget
wild.
is $40,000
Pretty cool.
a shoot, but she can pull a lot from her personal collection.
This has been 20 years of collecting. And this is like Salvation Army, garage sales,
Look.
years and years of hoarding. I always like to have extra. So if you're shooting, an example, a glass of soda, I need to have at least 6 of the same glasses for quick changes if they're scratched, because it's video. So it's a little bit, one breaks, exactly.
So when that burger arrives, it's game time.
I gotta go on set.
Don't f up. There's a lot of pressure on you,
Now
little
it's a
burger.
race against the clock.
Look pretty and smile.
Get the tomatoes to fresh.
Angle feels right.
Can we melt the cheese a little more? So you gotta get a little heat in there. Go ahead and roll camera.
And push in a little bit closer.
All right, good.
Today they have custom-built water-cooled lights that don't torch the food.
We used to have like these really hot lights that would like cook the food and it would die really quickly. So like the ice cream would be like impossible to shoot in slow motion because it would just melt the second you turn the lights on.
But that lettuce will start to wilt
Ew.
in a matter of minutes. Hot lights are not. So quick-moving robots and tons of planning
shit
are
look
essential
gross.
to keep a shoot on schedule. Because any delay could mean running over budget. The first action uses a dolly zoom to create something known as the Hitchcock effect.
But the whole background is like warping around it.
Whoa.
View the robots. They're actually the same kind that build cars. This robot cost $150,000.
Damn.
And it can pretty much do any move you can think of.
Sometimes you could program the robot pretty quickly. Some moves take a whole day.
Here's the second shot.
Look how they these motherfuckers just logging. So this is they got like 7 toothpicks holding up all the condiments and shit to the front. Wow.
Steve envisioned the camera moving through a field of burgers as each gets pulled out of frame.
We're probably only like 1.5 inches away from that burger when we land. So to try to do that with people would be almost impossible. It's a really complex move that the robots do really easily, and they do it the same exact way
Wow.
every time.
But speed is not the only challenge. Every shot has to be identical. If a burger is even a centimeter off, or if something on set gets
Ew.
bumped between takes, they might have to start over.
These fries don't want to behave.
This laser helps them keep track of the burger's position.
Or sometimes you might do it.
Dude, they have sonar razors
100 takes. So
or lasers, not razors. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
that would be a nightmare.
They also have to be really flexible on set.
There's always curveballs that happen because it's a lot of problem solving, which I love.
Imagine
last
doing
shot-
all this and then an earthquake happens. Ha! F***ed up your burger, your tomatoes on the floor, lettuce is just all wrinkled and shit. Set ruined. I'll be mad as
Steve ties all the ingredients on a fishing wire, and a robot slices the string and the camera catches the perfect drop. This exact move was actually Steve's claim to fame in
Whoa.
I
2016.
did this famous burger drop video that went viral all over the internet.
He slowly raked in millions of views
Whoa.
across platforms, and global
Oh, that was a
publications
perfect
started covering
drop.
his work. All that social media buzz earned him a lot of viewers and new clients. And he was able to
Yo.
launch the garage in 2019.
These motherfuckers got robots and cameras flipping burgers on a
The burger
holy
drop
sh-
was kind of like the spark that started the path towards where we are today. And now TikTok is like crazier than Instagram ever was for me.
Steve is a former food photographer, but he wanted to combine his love of engineering, food, and video.
And amazingly, there's a job that lets me do that. There's a lot of different jobs that my guidance counselor did not tell me about, including my own.
Dude, guidance
Today, his
counselor,
team
guidance,
films
damn,
40
I
advertisements.
can't speak. Guidance counselors, I can't speak. I'm sorry, but guidance counselors, they don't know. They don't even know what the they're doing with their life. Okay, the moment you leave their office, they're probably over here doing lines and in a bathroom. 'em. School is a scam.
A year, billing over $5 million annually.
Kind of feels like CGI, but it's actually done in camera. And I think to accomplish that like larger than life feeling takes just a lot of technology and skill.
Steve says they know they've done a good job when viewers can't tell a whole production is hidden behind a shot.
They have no idea what we do at the end of the day. It is fun for me for people to understand how complex this stuff is.
But all that complexity is worth it, because there's a lot of money on the line. Fast food companies poured $5 billion into advertising in 2019, and for good reason. They know just how valuable the power of food suggestion can be. A Yale University study found that visual cues like food ads can have an effect on food cravings.
Chat, now imagine you got you do all this fucking promotion, right? And then Keith Lee goes to your restaurant and on it. I got it, let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. This like what?
Another study showed visual cues can influence overeating and even weight gain, and that can convert into traffic and impressions for a brand.
Whoa.
You're responsible for a lot of people breaking their diet.
Me included.
These brands led the pack in ad spending in 2019,
Dang.
and budgets just keep ballooning. In September, Burger King announced it'll invest $400 million in restaurant renovations.
No one cares
and
about Burger King, bro.
A 30% increase from 2021. Which is why Steve and his team filmed this Whopper pitch, hoping to hook a new client with their dancing robots and juicy burgers.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool and all. That fucking looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like they kind of overdid it with it. This one, I feel like the toppings is perfect for the shot. This is too much. This thick tomato, you can see a gap in the burger. And it's a Whopper. In what world does a fucking Whopper look like? Does anyone have a clip of the Whopper I just ate? Oh my God, that is me throwing out the I'm so sorry. I did not mean to show you that. I'm so sorry. You punched it? I was mad, okay? That sucked. I'm trying to show you the inside of it, though. The inside of it, chat, looked crazy. I don't know if you guys were here for that stream. Can I? Look at that. Who assembled my burger? And why did they put all the onions on one side? They put all the tomatoes and pickles on one side. Why we got segregation on the burger? Is that like, bro, come on. Ain't gonna sit here and show me this shit. Out of here. Yo, if McDonald's and all them were true and accurate in their commercials, I'll probably eat a lot more, to be honest with you. I'll respect it. Fire video, fire video, fire video.